Yahuwah Uda. What's goody to the goddess and the guys, and what's popping to the people? Now, I am extremely late. I'm like, nigga had a job for a year and he comfortable type late. So I don't even know if y'all gonna be here tonight. If not, then I owe you one. I ain't gonna stick around too long. We usually don't get here too this late, so we'll see. I'm gonna clean up my mess and see what the hell y'all do. And I'm gonna think about well, I can't even say that either. See, y'all better be glad I'm bound by being a good guy now. That's a lot of stuff that I be finna say to y'all. What is it, Tuesday? What's today, Tuesday? Oh, shit, Tuesday, 9 o'clock? Oh, my God, y'all watching white folks. I don't stand a chance. Y'all, what? Oh, my God. I know it's some white folks got on tonight, and y'all is going to be knee-deep in it. Either that or is niggas playing basketball? Because if it's some Negroes somewhere playing basketball, this shit's over. I might as well count my blessings. I know y'all love watch niggas shoot balls in hoops for white men for some reason. I'm frontin'. I used to like it too. I can't do y'all like that. But since it's Black History Month, then I can get away with saying shit like that, right? See? Y'all gotta. That's the only thing I like about this raglan Black History Month. Y'all let me get away with a lot of shit I couldn't have normally said 30 days ago. So I will commend you for Black History Month. Y'all very tolerable of my bullshit. Thank you. Black power. Yahoo, whoever that is. You know, I be seeing y'all pop in and out, but I can't see no pictures. You know how they do me. Once a nigga start getting numbers, they start acting funny. Anytime a nigga get numbers in anything, white boys get different on you. Say, hey, Scott. Fuck are you so happy about? Whoa. Hey, people keep asking me, which I don't understand. I don't understand why y'all don't watch the show to hear what I think, but then ask me shit that I say on the show. People keep asking me, why you not putting up nothing for Black History Month? Shit, why are you? Why are you putting shit up for Black History Month? Maybe that's a better question. I got this thing where I don't dance when white people say. So I know y'all don't look at it that way. You think Black History Month is about your black ass. Yeah, all right. Yahoo, Uma. Peace, Queen. So, either way it go, how could I say this respectfully so that nobody gets offended? I don't give a shit about Black History Month. Hey, there, I said it. I was going for the non-offensive thing and I just couldn't think of nothing. So, I don't give, like, how the fuck can you tell me? That's like, if I tell you my birthday is in October and you say, no, it ain't, it's in December. And then I just start celebrating my shit in December every year. Who the fuck can tell you when, how you tell black folks when they can feel good about black folks? I don't know, it's weird. It's all weird. But either way it go. I'm going to start celebrating Black History Month on December 25th. From now on, tradition. From now on, that's all you got coming from me. Black History Month from here on out is on December 25th. All the way into January 2nd. That's the new Black History Month. Now, next year, I'm going to ask y'all why you ain't celebrating that shit. And I don't want to hear nothing. Don't you dare go to that motherfucking Christmas party with that goddamn Santa suit on again, because I'm going to talk about your ass like a dog. Black History Month is December from now on. Hey, I think it's a great idea. Me personally. I also think if if black folks really was this angry, why y'all be getting mad and then put up the little pictures anyway? Y'all be like, fuck Black History Month. And then you put up pictures. And why y'all always get them old ass depressing pictures? His name was Billy Ray Thornton. He was the first one to get shot in the face on the chain gang. 1847. Man, I wonder if that shit is depressing. Y'all show us a bunch of shit black folks created and white people took it from them. Well, what the fuck is so historical about that? I don't get it. Show me pictures of the black men who fought back after they got robbed for their motherfucking inventions. That's black history. Cause that shit, y'all is, I don't know. It's weird. Y'all be tripping. Either way it go, it's Tuesday, so I'm guessing since I'm an hour late and Negroes is watching basketball, I think it's probably TNT or some shit. I don't know. I ain't seen a basketball game in so long, it's ridiculous. But I will say this. I don't understand how ain't nobody in the goddamn, well, didn't they have people holding up signs and shit in the stands for a minute? Ain't that, what the fuck was that shit? What happened to people with season tickets? I don't even know. I wonder if you had season tickets, did you get your money back since your ass didn't get to sit nowhere this season? I don't know. And then y'all be at the motherfucking events with your face mask on. Sitting there. Yay! How come COVID ain't broke out of the stadium yet? No sporting events had COVID outbreaks. But the church did. So Jesus can't protect you from COVID. But the NBA health inspector, that motherfucker, that needs to be who y'all worship. Y'all praying to the wrong white boy. Let me tell you. Jesus, Yahuwah, Jesus could not save you from catching COVID in his own goddamn house. But the white boy who checked your temperature at the NBA games, this motherfucker is a miracle worker. God, well, I be. They say, hey, you know the Lord works in mysterious ways. You know the Lord works in mysterious ways. That's how he hid from us this whole time. In a goddamn... He's a health inspector. I don't know. Maybe I find humor in the wrong shit. But I do think that, no, fuck that. That was funny. I do think I could be on to something, though. I think we need to look into every white boy to check your temperature at a basketball game. Because one of them niggas is bound to be Jesus. We can't find him nowhere else. It's got to be one. We done looked every motherfucking place else on God's green earth. And we ain't even came close to finding them. Now y'all gonna tell me I ain't on to something? I refuse to believe that. I ain't buying it. All I know is this right here. Y'all will be the ones to tell me I'm crazy. And 5 years from now, it's going to be a nigga just like me say the same shit. And y'all going to call him a goddamn visionary. That's how you do. That's how you do. It's never the first nigga to think of shit. Damn. See, I ain't had that many of y'all in there. I lost a couple. I'm sorry for the people who just left because I said something about Jesus. You clearly don't watch me very much. If that pissed you off, you haven't seen this show very much at all, have you? Gee, that was surface. Be here an hour from now. Ain't no telling what I might be saying. Hey, so did y'all check out the Judas? The Judas and the Messiah? Did y'all check out? Hey, see, that's why don't nobody never come hang out with us. Cause y'all ashamed of me. Would y'all please hit the like and hit the share button? If I'm gonna be honest with you, this is a moment right here where I refuse to take this portion of the responsibility. If I had friends who wasn't so afraid of the shit I might say, we probably would have a lot of people in here every night. See, y'all know I ain't gonna say thank you, Jesus, not one motherfucking time. And that's a problem for you. Because you sit up here and you'll listen to this shit, and you'll throw some black power fist up in the comment section, and your ass going to Bible study tomorrow night. I know it. I know a lot of y'all be leaving out of here, take your motherfucking dashiki off and put your church shoes on and go sing in the choir. That's what the fuck the problem is. I can't get no support because a lot of y'all is undercover Christians, which that's fine. That's fine. The Lord works in mysterious ways. Somehow he got your Christian ass in front of me. You see how that worked? You see how that worked? Never give up. Never give up. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to watch it tomorrow. Oh, well, if you ain't seen it yet, I'm about to fuck your night up. Well, I mean, realistically, hold on. Don't try to change the subject. Y'all hit the like, hit the share button. I see the up top. It's only half of y'all that's ashamed of me. So the other half of y'all can hit the share for me, please. Yahuda. Now, if you haven't seen the movie, I'm going to fuck it up. In my defense, they telling the story that your ass should know already. Everybody, per se. So, now, here's the thing. I got to point something out through the door. And I've been on the move all day today, so I didn't get a chance to post the shit. But I got to point something out through the door. The brother who turned on the chairman, Fred Hampton, white folk invited that man to dinner. He came in his little fancy clothes and shit and sat down with all the white boys. And they told him how he's been such a good Negro. And they handed him some gas station keys and said, you own that now. And they gave this nigga $300. You just killed one of the most powerful speakers and revolutionaries in American history. Set him up for the kill. And they gave this nigga $300. $300, bro? I'm going to be honest with you. First of all, I'd have never been in that position in the first fucking place. But had I been, at the moment where that white boy handed me an envelope with $300 in it, I swear for white Jesus, I'd have shot every white boy in that goddamn facility. I'm going to tell you the truth, bro. I'm going to tell you the truth. At that point right there, y'all see that show, what it called, Snapped? I'd have been on that show and snapped the fuck out and knocked everybody in that bitch. It'd have been the biggest massacre in restaurant history. Bro, it's $300? You had a dream about me? If it was bad, don't tell me. If it was bad, don't tell me. I'm going to win. Trust me. Because the way this story going to end, it ain't going to end like all the other ones. They going to have to pack a lunch fucking around this way. Either way it go. Here's the thing, though. $300 It's not that they gave him the $300 necessarily. I never get upset about what a man or a woman do as much as I get upset about the thought process entangled in the action. We all do things, sometimes sporadically, sometimes more thought out. But at the end of the day, you can't act without thinking. So therefore, even if people say, I just did that, I wasn't thinking. Oh, yes, you was. You can't act without thinking. So therefore, I always need to know before I formulate an opinion about how I feel about something, the thought process behind it. That's what we're going to deal with tonight, thought processes. If you look at the flyer, it said War of the Worlds. And I be telling y'all all the time, and I just don't think that it's registered to that effect, that what we dealing with is war. See, you go through your day-to-day, and you got a core belief system and a base understanding. And that's good enough for you. Because you figure, if you're doing well in life, you figure, it's my thought process that got me here. And a lot of times that's true. But not always. And I'm going to show you why. And if you not doing so well, you and everybody else looking upon you likes to say the reason why you not doing well is got to be because of you. That's right and that's wrong. The because of you could be your inability to see what's really happening. Not because you're necessarily doing something wrong. See, there's a difference there. It's a slippery slope. But what I'm saying is this right here. You can't act without thinking. But what if your core thoughts, you don't got much to work with? So you could be thinking. But if it ain't a whole lot in your kit, then you only going to come up with the same shit you've been coming up with. So now, you dealing with two things. When you're dealing with this movie, per se, you have to understand that this is War of the Worlds. And because y'all take everything out of the context of war so frequently, you miss things, and then you misdiagnose things, and you miscalculate things because you say, no, it ain't that serious, or no, it can't be that, or no, everything ain't about racism. Oh, y'all need to get over slavery. Oh, that's black on black crime. There's no such fucking thing as black on black crime. What is it when white boys blow each other brains out? Y'all don't got a name for that. You just say crazy. When it comes to a nigga, we got to get technical. Yeah. Well, the reason why the black community is so bad is because look what we doing to each other. So we just gonna let the white boy off the hook who put this all together, huh? What the fuck is y'all talking about? Ain't no black on black crime. No such fucking thing. And then y'all like to say, see, the reason why black men kill each other is because of self-hate. That's a fucking lie. You only say that because the white boy told you. How the fuck I'm going to hate me when I don't know who I am? The young black male is a variation of his motherfucking hip-hop life and his school life. Half of the time his parents aren't that active in it. And even when they are, they still got to compete with school 8 hours a day and the television, which ain't going to play with you. Social media and TV run the world. So what we got to do is identify what we mean when I say War of the Worlds. Y'all got to pay attention to these flyers. I ain't just saying that. My flyers say a lot of shit. And that flyer that I did for today is one of the deepest flyers I ever did, and I didn't put that much on it. But there's some shit on that flyer I'm sure all of y'all missed. What worlds are we talking about, and what war is this? Yesterday, one of the gods, and we just talked about this the last lecture a little bit, so I ain't going to go too deep, but it's a couple new people in the room, so I got to make this point. Yesterday, one of the gods posted about asking people, when did Greece invade Rome, and do they know the significance of it? When did Greece invade Egypt? And you had a whole thread of people with all type of intelligent ass answers, and every last fucking one of them was wrong. And you got people hearting and liking and jumping in there like it's people kicking knowledge, and every fucking one of them was wrong. And I always say this. Your world changed. This whole world as you know it changed when Greece met Egypt. We ain't got to get into it. Do your own research. But if you don't understand that, you're fucked. Now, this war has been going on. This specific war we talking about, this specific war right now we talking about, the one that y'all think is all about racism and religion, that's been going on for slightly over 2,000 years. The same people been swinging on your ass for over 2,000 years. And those are the same people you trust and pray to. And those are the same people, when I tell you what's really going on with them fuckers, you tell me something wrong with me. You say, conspiracy. This nigga don't know. You don't know what the fuck I know. Just because you don't know don't mean I don't know. That's how people judge you a lot of times. People grasp the scope of their intelligence and measure it with yours. Ain't nothing wrong with that if you study every fucking day like I do. Or if you study more than me. It's a lot of people who study way more than me. But if you ain't studying shit, then you don't know shit. And you got to be man enough or woman enough to confess to that. It ain't for me to do. I'm only here 3 nights a week. You can lie to me all you want to. You can argue with me all you want to and get hearts and likes and seem smart. It ain't going to change the reality, though. The reality is this is war. And y'all need to wake the fuck up and get out of a mindset that keeps convincing you every day that this is not an ongoing war. Ain't no breaks. The war didn't stop. They didn't free the slaves. There was no fucking civil rights movement. All of that shit is a mirage, smoke and mirrors. Every year I got to explain to black folks the civil rights movement was a farce. Why? Why I got to do that? Y'all get offended. I got to argue with people. The guy was up here, me and the guy was talking. He said he was watching it and he was tripping. I told y'all, bro, for Dr. King Day, it was 30 black folks against me. And I'm not exaggerating when I say 30. If I'm doing anything, I'm lowballing the number. It was all of them against me for 48 hours straight. And I was spanking that ass too. But either way it go, I'm just saying, why I got to do that? The whole thread is 2,500 people hitting likes and hearts. Another 2,000 in the comment section. And we got 14 fucking people up here. And I'm finna say the realest shit you ever heard. You know what's one difference between us and them? They willing to die to support that bullshit. You won't even share to support what you believe. And you believe what you believe is more accurate than them. But they'll die for that shit. Old folks was calling me Satan, telling me I was going to burn in hell and all kinds of shit. Not even knowing that you don't even know what hell is. I could explain that to you and really piss you off. I could explain your Jesus, your hell, your whatever you want to come with that you didn't read but you were scared of. I probably read it already. That's the difference. I'm not out here just pissing in the wind. We got work to do. So therefore, when I talk to black folk, I know what the fuck I'm talking about, or I ain't going to tell you. Or I tell you, I ain't sure. Let's figure it out together. But I ain't going to never tell you I know something that I don't know. What good is that going to do? Y'all can't wait to come around and say, this nigga lied. Look at the type of shit I talk about. If I was lying, you don't think somebody would have proved it by now? Most of y'all been watching me for over a year. Where the debaters at? You know how many people that challenged me to a debate? Now ask me how many I done had recently, besides who I just beat up on social media. Y'all remember a couple months back, I told y'all I had somebody want to debate me, and I was almost positive he was going to run, but I was going to try? Y'all remember that? What happened? Hey, look, check this out, right? I don't fuck around with this information because we need to know. But a lot of people stuck on what they believe and don't want to know. So we got to get this out and understand this is a war. And information is the only real currency. I created that phrase for a minute because everybody going off knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. But without information, you can't do shit with the power. You're just powerful. Now you need some more information to learn what to do with power. Power is a drug. It destroys most men, most women. Power is a drug that destroys. You got to learn how to maintain it, how to advance it, how to grow it, how to nurture it. So power is not the end all. Information. Them dead white boys in your pocket, they only go so far. That shit ain't real. So now what? Information is going to get you where you need to be. Now, this is bigger than a black and white thing. But the people on the bottom tier don't understand that. So they've been taught to perpetuate a racist agenda. So these cops during this time period that was so hell-bent on destroying the Panthers, they had the... I was watching news clippings. Let me tell y'all something, man. Them white boys used to sit on the news, on the evening news, and call you niggers left and right like the dumb niggers gonna go back where they belong. Like literally on the news saying these niggers about time they went back where they belong. On the evening news. Whoever apologized for that? And wait a minute. Ain't these the same fucking news companies? ABC, NBC? These are the same people. But in y'all mind, it ain't the same people. That was way back then. Who says it ain't the same people? Because white people told you that? How come it ain't the exact same people that let your ass out them shackles in 1865 allegedly? What makes you think these people now ain't them? Says who? Who told you that? What information you got to prove it? You don't. You just say things that they say and repeat them because it keeps you from having to look into it. But what's the reality? If I completely controlled the media in the 70s, I need somebody to explain to me what happened so monumental in the last 50 years to show us that somebody else controls the media. Because the media I see, every time the police killed an unarmed black man, the first thing the news report is about his criminal record. He sold dime bags. He was selling illegal deep bootleg DVDs and all of this shit. Who gives a fuck about that shit? A man was just murdered in front of his children unarmed by someone sworn to protect. And we talking about he had a dime bags of weed for sale? But y'all don't give a fuck if they found a bird in his house. What that got to do with the cops? But these the games y'all let them play. So they play them. Why? Because this is war. And fuck you. That's what you don't understand. You think that there's some clause in there that means at some point they have to be fair. You ain't going to make them. You ain't going to make them do a motherfucking thing and they show you what they willing to do. Nothing. I see all you Negroes bragging about Joe Biden. See, now that's a real president. He got in office and he just signed an executive orders. He went straight to work. Yeah, how many of the motherfucking executive orders had anything to do with black people? Show me one. You know how I know it ain't there? I ain't even looking at none of the executive orders. But you know how I know it ain't there for black people? Because you Negroes couldn't wait for him to get in there and throw you a bone. So if he had to do it, you'd have showed it by now. Ain't nobody posted nothing Joe Biden did for black folks yet. You know why? Y'all shutting the fuck up and hoping it go away. Now you know what you say? When a motherfucker asks you what's up with Joe Biden, you say, anything was better than Trump. Look, the riots stopped. You ain't smart enough to figure that out? I told y'all through the door. They was controlling the riots in the first fucking place. And now that they got creepy ass Joe where they want him, of course the riots stopped so they can make him look good. Do y'all pay attention to anything? You the same people still saying that the fucking DC shit was real. I seen professional wrestling bouts that was realer than that fucking Capitol shit. But they did it because you would let them. And they knew you would let them. They know you ain't gonna do shit. So year after year after year, they just do any fucking thing to you. They just do anything. It's getting to the point where they don't even try to hide it no more. They came out, made it nationwide news. Donald Trump, and here go for the people that was rocking with Trump. Donald Trump made it known that it was huge pedophilia going on all over the place. And all these big people was finna go down. What the fuck happened to the pedophiles? We don't even talk about it no more. Because this is war. And they will do anything. And they will say anything. And that's what you don't get. You got compassion. They don't. How come you don't believe in the devil until it's fucking with you? That's the fucking problem. They don't give a fuck about any of us. You dealing with people who stand in front of a statue and throw live babies into it while it's and burn them to death. Are you fucking kidding me? They stand in front of flame statues and throw crying babies into them while they ass naked with robes on. You think those people give a fuck about you? But when I say that, you say conspiracy. The fuck up. Okay, well, which one of these conspiracies is real? I got 10 of them for you. You gonna tell me ain't none of them real? All right. So let's go then. This was about land. Shut the fuck up about white folks don't like you because you black. The white folks that don't like you because you black, most of them are poorer than you. I literally been in rooms full of white men who's supposed to be important and my bag bigger than all of theirs. And they got good jobs they done had for years. I ain't had nothing but some good old street money at the time. And I'm looking down at them like, that little shit, that's what you driving, Brett? You make 80K, that's what you, this what your house look like? My shit bigger than this? It's a game. It's a game. They put the peasants in front of you. The white people that y'all see every day that you mad at, those ain't nothing but plantation owners and plantation workers. There ain't no power here. What you looking at every day that you mad at and calling them crackers and shit, they don't got no fucking power. That's why they mad at you. In their mind, you stealing everything. And you ain't doing shit with it. But letting Koreans move into your neighborhood and shit. Why the fuck all these racists move into your neighborhood, sell shit to you, and you buy it? Nigga move in there and you won't buy shit from him. He could have exactly what the goddamn Arab got. And you will go straight to the Arab. And now when you look through the hood, the bathroom's dirty as hell and they tell you can't use them. So black folks can spend money here all fucking day, but we can't use the bathroom. They don't give a fuck about you. Fuck you. Nigga, you still gonna spend money. Shut up and buy it. No, you can't use the bathroom. Go piss outside. Why? You ain't gonna do shit. This is war. Now whose war? This was about land. They wanted the land. You goofy, you confused ass Negroes, steady trying to claim a place that there's no land. Israel is a little piece of shit. It's nothing. There ain't no fucking promised land. Promise what? Promise a nigga a die here? You got the fucking motherland, the mother of civilization, and you want to be from that fucking place? But peep the play. Let me show you what happened. So now, and I think I shared this the other day, pieces of it, but it just hit me. So I'm dealing with the school thing. I told you they did the slavery first day of Black History Day. They got the kids answering slavery questions. Now the question is about the Hammurabi's Code, which was basically 200, I think it was 283 or 238 slave laws that the ruler Hammurabi had for how he ran shit. Now, let me show you how they play with you. Let me show you how they fucking play with you. This is war, man. I don't give a fuck about you. Black history. They did it on the first day of Black History. Why? Because you give a fuck about Black History Month. No matter how much you say, I ain't no Black History, you still celebrate the shit. In your soul, it means something to you. Even the most conscious, I find throwing up some kind of little meme of pride for this month. Fuck this month and fuck whoever thought about it. Fuck a Black History Month. But you care about it. So they gonna hit your ass right in your face. Bitch, do something. That's why they did it, because you can't do shit. So on the first day of Black History, then here's what they say. I talked to the superintendent. She say it only got to about 3 of our classes. See, okay, so now we playing games. How only 3 of your classes get this? Then they say now the teachers can go to this little site and they can come up with their own curriculum. So what we're not saying is which 3 of these heifers got together and decided, let's push this bullshit. Wait a minute, hold on. Now they wrote up a letter and they put up a news art clipping. Now the news clipping ain't the same as the letter they wrote. The news clipping try to pass off responsibility a little bit and say that basically they warned the teacher not to, and the teachers went ahead on with it anyway, being defiant. So if that's the case, then why they ain't get suspended? Why they ain't get fired? They got suspended. If you gave direct orders not to put up a certain curriculum, they defied it, and it turned into a national news thing. Why aren't these people unemployed? Talking about launching an investigation. What the fuck is there to investigate? If I come in your house and smack the shit out your mama, would you launch an investigation or would I go to jail? The police come and say, nigga, get on the floor. I'm going to say, I need you to investigate. The fuck out of here, man. Come on. Y'all accept anything, bro. So now what we're really dealing with. Hammurabi's Code. Now, what they said in the write-up is that this was about ancient Mesopotamia and slavery during those times, and they gave you a scenario and they asked you how would you handle it. This was supposed to show how bad it used to be and then allow the kids to make a good decision. That's the drag they running. And people fell for it. But let me tell you something. First of all, what was the question? What was the question that the slave needed? What was the thing that the slave needed to be defiant for? What the slave said was, you're not my master. And according to Hammurabi's Code, you should have been killed for it. How would you handle it? That was the question. First and foremost, this missing tooth, tobacco chewing, nigga hating white boy, and the Arab was worse than him. The Arab was the one that was steady castrating you. Now this is what they talking about. During the Arab slave trade is what they talking about. So now here's the thing. What no motherfucking slave, you're not my master. Bitch, we might say a whole bunch of things, but you're not my master? That's not going to end well. What should the master do? Kill this bitch. Come on. This is a dumb thing. This ain't a real scenario. Whose stupid ass question is this? But let me show you what the real thing is. Where is this? Ancient Mesopotamia. Wait a minute. Now, I remember being in school and I remember Black History Month. We're going to talk about some Rosa Parks. We're going to talk about some Dr. King. Throw a smidge of the Malcolm X. We ain't going to go too far off into none of this other shit. You might get a half a page on Garvey. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get some of this type of shit. You're going to get Booker T. Washington and Thurgood Marshall. They're going to give you that type of shit. When the fuck we start doing ancient cultures? Okay, I'm cool with that. Okay. Y'all expanding y'all portfolio. I dig it. Why the fuck we in ancient Mesopotamia, though? How you call it Black History Month? You tell us we African Americans, yet you going back to ancient Mesopotamia, that's the Middle East. Iraq, more clearly speaking. So you going back to Iraq? Wait. See, that's what the fuck I'm saying. You gotta know something to know something. Y'all read that little piece of paper and all y'all kept saying, well, fuck that, it's Black History Month. Calm down your motherfucking emotions and let's get to the bottom of things. See, you can't deal with this boy if you don't know what he's doing to you. So let's deal with why ancient Mesopotamia. Because they didn't convince you Negroes that you the Hebrew Israelites. So, when they taught you was African America, they gave you the transatlantic slave trade where they snatched your ass from Africa. Now, since they want you to believe that you from the Middle East, they gonna give you slavery in the Middle East. No matter what they do, no matter where they start you, nigga, it starts with you getting your ass whooped by them. That's why they got your little children in ancient Mesopotamia. Because first they had to work on you. So for the last 10 years, they've been convincing you Negroes not for the last 5-6 years, they've been convincing you Negroes that you're Hebrew Israelites. And now that every last one of y'all, every other black man that changed his name to something with a Y that's long as hell and can't nobody pronounce, all they got to do is look through Facebook and say, yeah, we got these niggas convinced. They got these 13-syllable ass names with Y's and shit. The soup is cooked. Now, we got to work on the back end. Now let's go grab this little black baby and teach him about ancient Mesopotamian slavery. And they're going to tie that in with the Bible. Because this is the bullshit game they play. And if you don't know what they're doing, then you can't prevent yourself. You can't protect your children. All you do is give your children misinformation. The reason why you know for a fact that this was done intentionally because of ancient Mesopotamia. Ain't nowhere in hell that shit accidentally. You could have chose any place. Why are you talking about ancient Mesopotamia? And every time white folks think they getting smart, you talking to a smart nigga, I hear everything. I just play games. So now here we go. When I asked him, okay, I said, they don't expect a nigga to talk to him like this. I said, well, I'm very aware of ancient Mesopotamia, and I'm going to be honest with you. I don't see absolutely any reason why, if we're going to go to ancient civilizations for Black History Month, why would we possibly be in ancient Mesopotamia? That's the Middle East. There's no reason to be there. Well, there's two reasons why they went there. Well, first of all, you Negroes confused and don't realize that the Middle East used to be Africa. It didn't used to be no such thing as no fucking Middle East. White boy created boundary lines. Whatever we conquer, the name of your shit became who you was. So if you was the Egypt and you conquered, you became Egyptians wherever the fuck you conquer. All that shit became Egyptian territory. They didn't have all these different names like they do now. Egypt didn't stand for that little bitty ass place that y'all see on the map now. Egypt was the whole damn near the whole West Nile Valley culture. It's all one culture that started at the bottom and moved all the way up. Oh, it said only a fool would trust his enemy to educate his children. And that's where we went wrong at. We let this white boy tell us who we are. And now you confused as fuck and arguing with each other. I could have been all for the Hebrew Israelite shit. As soon as they told me I wasn't African and I was closely related to the white boy, man, I'm finna get off this boat, baby. What the fuck is you talking about? How'd that happen? You niggas fall for that shit? Then you got a different group of Israelites that they don't believe that belief. And then you got this group that believe this group that believe that. Fuck all of that shit. Once you tell me I ain't an African no more, it's the end of that ride, kiddo. Let's get off. Different boat. Now, so in the curriculum, they hitting you with the ancient Mesopotamia so that they can get your ass Get your children warmed up and move you into the Hebrew Israelite thing. If you got the father at home now with his head wrapped up and shit talking funny, the child need to be able to relate, or the child gonna be stuck somewhere else and ain't gonna agree with where the household going. And since they control your household, they know now it's time to put on the same page. So now they're indoctrinating, they always have been, but they're indoctrinating them into a new theory. So they finna get out this African American shit, and they finna start teaching you didn't come from Africa. That's the whole reason why they train in Mesopotamia. Because somebody along the way, kids gonna get smart and start saying, why are we dealing with Mesopotamia? Then it's gonna be like the big secret came out. The truth is we did our research, and research shows that the original people came from here, not Africa. Watch what I tell you, it's coming. They trying to replace you. So they stole your land. And then, the last one we did was the dummy. Well, all he do is mimic you. You got to pay attention to what's going on. So now we're back to what war? War of the worlds. Their world and your world. They used to be the niggas of the planet. And what they tried to figure out was how to make you the niggas of the planet. And it took 2,000 years, and voila, here we are. Allah, use a nigga. You used to be God, they used to be niggas. Now, use the nigga and they's your God. It's just that simple. That's exactly what the fuck they doing. This is war. It's not going to stop because the plan ain't finished. But every year that y'all stay asleep, they get closer and closer to what they trying to achieve. Now, what was they doing? J. Edgar Hoover, Ben said he fear of a black messiah. What is a Messiah? Another Jesus figure. They don't want no more Jesus figures. Why? Because they created the first Jesus. Now they have to destroy it. Everything you looking at on this planet up to this point is an invention of your oppressor. Not a fresh invention. All they did was take everything we did, revamp it, and put a different spin on it. So imagine... you get a bunch of free shit off the truck. You take it in the house, repackage it, and then come back out and give it to your loved ones. And then give them the story about how much money you just spent and you broke now. Don't act like y'all ain't never did that shit. That's what you're dealing with. Now, when I talk to the school people, and I see how they move, and I see what they doing with the Mesopotamia, and I just look at all of this different shit. It's the same thing they did with the Kunta Kinte shit. They convinced you that your only existence was coming from a boat in Africa. See, the problem is, y'all think in absolutes. You think either we came from the boat in Africa, or we was already here in America, or we was Israelites. One of the three. Why it can't be all three? Who told you that you're not all three? We say stupid shit. We say the black man and the black woman was the first ones on this planet. The black man and the black woman was the first ones to navigate the planet. Okay, well, if we was the first ones on the planet, we was the first ones to navigate the planet, what the fuck makes you think we didn't get to everywhere first? So why can't we be from Africa, from Israel, and from America? Why does it have to be one or the three? Because the white boy said so. It didn't convince you that it's got to be one. No. We everything, brother. And this is what the war is about. The war ain't about Africa. The war is about taking your planet from you. War of the worlds. This is your fucking world. They want it. And in the back of my flyer, all the way in the corner, it's a little bitty planet I put there in the corner. You don't understand how significant that little planet I put in the corner is. Go back and look at the flyer. Maybe we'll have this conversation again. You need to understand, this is a world war. This is not about no fucking racism because you black. Your skin color got something to do with it, but it's not a black hate. I hate you just because you black. That's not what it is. It's a hatred because from a scientific aspect, you are God. And I've proven this so many times. From a scientific aspect, if you didn't do nothing but explain the black man and black woman, especially the black woman, if all you used was scientific terms to explain the black man and the black woman, once you wrote it down on paper and made sense out of it, it would basically say you're God. They know that. You don't. So therefore, their job is to make sure you never find out who the fuck you are. So if their job is to never make you, if their job is to make sure you never find out who the fuck you are, what makes you think you can believe anything they tell you? And this is what the part where most of the room leave. Y'all don't like that black power. You like white people being in control. That make you feel better. I lost 5 people when I said we was God. You see how that worked? You see how they got us? Look at that shit. I said we was the black man and the black woman is God, and 5 people left the room. Ain't that a bitch? You definitely didn't want to hear what I was going to say next. The black man and the black woman is God, and they left the room over that? Ooh. That's heavy. That's heavy. You know why? Because you can't fathom that. In your mind, God is this huge thing. And it is. But who gave you your concept of God? What the fuck is God? It's a word. Calm down. These are white boy words. They only mean something because he said so. You think wherever the fuck we was from before we encountered him, you really think we was using the word God? No. It's the simplest word in the language, but it's the most powerful. And you think that's what we did? Listen. All of this shit, perception is reality. Your perception will be your reality. Jesus can be as real as you would like him to be. But that don't make it reality. There's your reality and then there's reality. There's the way we want it and the way that it is. Let's deal with how it is. From the very beginning, if you look at, let's go back to the Judas thing. The man who he made head of his security team was policed through the door and moved all the way up the ranks with him. That same man ended up giving the police the blueprints to how to get into the apartment and go in there and kill an apartment full of black people. And then they gave him $300 for doing it. Now, they could have afforded to give him more. Why did they choose to only give him $300? That's the psychosis of the animal you dealing with. Now let me show you how a gangster think. A gangster always want to fatten the cow to keep you coming back. So the gangster would have put that together and would have paid you fat to make sure we never have a problem out of you. But because it was the government, you dealing with psychotics. That means they feel nothing. To be a psychopath, you have to be removed from emotion. That's the definition of a psychopath. So you make a man kill his hero, and then you give him nothing for it and tell him beat it. Do you understand what I'm saying? They didn't have to take that route. They chose to, for what reason? Because they don't give a fuck and you can't do shit. That's why. And they know you can't do shit. Hold on 1 second. They know you can't do shit. So look at the stance that they take. And then they say the brother ended up killing himself. I ain't gonna touch that because I almost said something real crazy. But I say this. The government has been doing this for over 100 years. For hundreds of years. No matter how they disguise it, we always find some way as a people to justify this form of behavior. We always find a way to call it something else. Why can't we just call it like it is? If somebody would lie to you, let's go back to that simple 3-letter word, God. Whatever that entails, that's the biggest mystery. That's the most important thing on this planet as a collective, is us trying to understand how we got here. If a person can take God, package it up, and sell it to you, a person could lie about creation. That person could lie to you about anything. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. When you see all the 70s and you see them just shooting black people, stripping them naked, dragging them through the streets, nobody answered for that. Don't you understand? Nobody answered that. Nobody took responsibility. You know what they said? It ain't like that no more. We sorry for what happened to y'all, but it ain't like that no more. Not one presidential candidate has ever took the podium and spoke about reparations. Yet you niggas go out and vote every 4 years. And for the niggas who tell you not to vote, you condemn them and talk down on them. The fuck are you voting for? Did you get free, nigga, and the rest of us niggas didn't find out about it? See, this is what I'm saying. This is a game. This is a fucking game we playing. And as long as you're willing to play it, then they're going to play. If everybody had a went on the beginning of this month and all unanimously typed into social media, fuck Black History, kiss our ass, and we never spoke on it no more, how many times you think that would happen before they disband it? How the fuck you gonna complain about something and do it every year? It don't make no sense. So every year you gonna say, fuck this shit, it's the shortest month, and then celebrate. How about you just ignore it? How about you stop saying, I know Christmas ain't right, but it's for the babies. So you know you leading black babies to Satan, but what the hell? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. This is war. None of it is for you. You could pick and choose all you want to. This is a motherfucking war. They don't give a shit about you or your little black babies. They teaching your kids about slavery. I don't give a fuck who slavery it was. Why are they teaching you that you used to be a slave? What's the message in that? When nobody in current day is fixing it. How the fuck they teach you about slavery and won't talk about reparations? This is absurd. The politicians on a higher level won't have a conversation about giving you money for what they did to you. Every other race on the planet has gotten money for being enslaved by the United States, except for the people who did the most work for the United States. You built the country on your back. But we can't talk about no money to you. And we're going to teach your little black babies what we did to you every couple of years in school. And you don't say nothing. This how I know. You know your kids watch Roots in school. You ain't kick up no dust about that. But because it was the first day of Black History Month, that's why you got mad. They could have taught that little black baby about slavery any other time, and you wouldn't have said a motherfucking thing. Because in your mind, it's all right. It just ain't all right during your month. The month that you don't like because it ain't right and it ain't fair. You see how this thing works? You don't give a fuck about them teaching your children about slavery. They just can't do it during your month. Why the problem, man? Why the fuck is there slavery in the curriculum, period? And ain't no more black children going back to school until it's removed? Why that ain't the conversation? You want to get slave talk out your school? Tell them your little black kids ain't going no more. Now, if 2 or 3 black kids don't go, they can pull that truancy shit. What if they wake up tomorrow and every black child in America say, fuck your curriculum? What could they do? Nothing. But you scared of white folks. So you ain't going to do that. And you wouldn't dare let a black man teach your little black children. That's why I had to make the academy for adults. Because all of y'all talking about why it ain't for kids. Because you wouldn't have let your little black children go. If I thought it was any opportunity that I could have snatched little black kids from white folks, I'd have said, fuck y'all, and came with the shit for the youngest. I knew you weren't going to do it. You can't stop celebrating fucking Christmas. How you going to pull the child out of school? You can't stop celebrating Thanksgiving. Y'all just celebrate a homosexual ass Valentine's Day, but you're a revolutionary? And what does it mean to be a revolutionary? This new energy y'all got to confuse. You think you hold signs, make noise, and piss off white folks? That ain't no fucking revolution. That's target practice, Negro. What the fuck is y'all doing? And the only reason why I'm saying it so harshly because when I don't talk like this, y'all act like when I say it the nice way, you don't understand. I told y'all a fucking year ago, stop marching for white people. But you don't care about that. And what happened? They start killing black folks left and right. Little brother they found in the pond and shit. Still ain't nobody did shit about it. I get out on the front line. I'm tired of being on the front line and I come looking for you Negroes and y'all don't answer the phone. Everybody call the Panthers say they won't help. Soon as we show up and it's all black on, you get worried about the white folks. Don't fucking call us then. And I ain't saying it like that. I love y'all. Please call. But don't call and then get scared. You know how many black folks called me and told me they needed help and then when it's time to help, they don't answer? How you not answering and you call us? You call us, we coming. We might not always know what to do, but we're going to do something. Y'all scared. Secretly, you still want this shit. You too scared to let go of it, so that's why they keep doing it. Fuck that school. Who say your kids got to go? If you don't like the curriculum, take it out. I did this on purpose. I waited 2 weeks till the incident was over. I knew all the little coalitions and all the little fake-ass activists and shit, I knew they was going to jump right on it because it's media coverage and they could talk tough and all this type of shit. 2 weeks later, I call. Ain't nothing changed. This woman's still feeding me fantasies. That means you Negroes and do shit and they don't feel threatened. Now, she didn't say nothing wrong. She was a sweet lady on the phone and all that. But I'm just sharp as a tack. I read through the lines. She bullshitting. And it could be the script they gave her. I don't give a fuck who gave it to her. It's bullshit. Why these little coalitions ain't dealing with it? Because they there for headlines. They don't want to do shit. They don't want to change nothing. They get paid for y'all to raise them high ups. You got all these people that get way more attention than the Panthers. But they don't be there when the Panthers show up. You got all these people that get way, y'all that donate everything to them. Ain't nobody call up and say, what do the Panthers need? We self-contained. It's cool. But why you think like that, though? We ain't gonna never ask black folks for nothing because I love black folk and I either live with you or die with you. I don't give a shit. Don't matter to me because I'm different. I'm not worried about burning in hell when I leave and all that type of shit y'all worried about. And if heaven got white women with wings and shit, I ain't in no hurry to get there either. So, shit, I just sit here to figure out what the fuck going on. You don't got the kind of time you think you got. Your ass ain't nothing but a hop, skip, and a jump away from being back in some goddamn shackles. And then you ain't going to do nothing but blame each other. You think the Hebrew Israelites and the Christian niggas ain't going to get the same sale when the shackles come? You think they going to be like, you know what? Although we're enslaving all people of color, you Israelites are chosen. You've served your slavery time, and now you should get the fuck out of here, nigga. You going too. That white boy that you closer related to gonna call you just as many niggas as he gonna call me. Or as they fantasize about, because none of this shit's really gonna happen. Not while I'm still on this planet anyway. I'll be a dead nigga for any of this shit I'm saying gonna happen. Now, with that being said, you still running out of time. They're not playing with you. They got unlimited money. What do you think science means? You don't even know what the fuck science means. You think it's just a bunch of numbers and formulas that's completely fucking irrelevant to you. Well, let me explain something to you. Science is existence and how it works and how it all came together. And it's really the same thing as the medical field. It's just the science of the body. But they give it a different name and call it the medical field. It's all the same thing. So I said this before, I said it again. The only science on this planet is your black ass. The only medical field on this planet is your black ass. The only thing worth understanding on this fucking planet is you. So all research, all science, all studies of the anatomy, all studies of the brain, you're the fucking experiment. If the best cells that they ever found inside of a body came from an African, why the fuck would they be studying white people anatomies? What good is that going to do? If they are the main germ carriers and our cells heal, you kind of see where this is going? Medicine means you. Science means you. Academics means you. How the fuck are they going to teach math until you taught it to them? They were fucking sheeps in the barn. These people are cow rapists. They don't have any, it's not the intellectual giants that they want you to think. It's somebody that, like, you could take a gorgeous woman around him and feel perfectly safe. But you wouldn't dare leave your puppy alone with this motherfucker. You feel me? That's the type of people we dealing with right now. So they're not the most savvy motherfuckers in the world. So that means whatever the fuck they know, they learned it from you. So why the fuck you so scared of them? If the only thing they got is the shit that they got from you, then you should be like, information is currency. All the information is right here. What is revolution? The brother Fred Hampton said, I am a revolutionary. He kept saying, I am a revolutionary. How is revolution if you say you fighting against the establishment? So you at the riots and you traveling with the rioters and y'all going from place to place, and where it's injustice, you go out there with your signs and you make noise and let the police. It's kind of like a game. The police waiting for you when you get there. You go out there, you make as much noise as possible without getting your ass shot in the face. Once they get a hold of one of y'all ass and have their way with them, then y'all cry foul and say they shouldn't have did it. No, they shouldn't have. But what was your goal in the beginning? Last week, they killed one of your friends. So now you mad and you feel entitled. They're not going to get away with that. So y'all go up there and it happened again. And you go all over the country and this is happening. You got signs, you riding it. Every once in a while, they take one of y'all out or they lock one of y'all up. The rest of y'all come back. You frustrated and you can't wait to do it again. What's being accomplished? Have any laws been changed in accordance to this? Have you looked across at the other? See, war is like when a war is going back and forth and it's lingering on, you got to start to get some intel about, are you wearing the other side down? You know, like how they looking over there, General? And you look over to the other side and there's shift change. And they got 30 more white boys in these turtle suits. It's the same group of y'all in blue jeans with signs that's been outside for 12 hours. They have changed shifts and got a fresh 30 for you. How can you win this? And you got no clear-cut goal except for making them uncomfortable. What if I told you this? They need you. to accomplish the goal. So the guys in the turtle suits aren't aware of this, but the guys that control the turtle suits are well aware of the fact that you are necessary in order for them to accomplish the goal. They want the rioting. They want the picketing. Y'all think you're making them uncomfortable. You're playing along. They need it. Because if there's not rioting and picketing and they can't get news footage, then they can't convince the rest of us that all hell is breaking loose and we should be scared. This is a fear thing. They got shift change, guys in turtle suits, and unlimited firearms and an unlimited budget. No group of black folks in no city have made these people nervous since maybe Ferguson. It got a little out of hand with the George Floyd thing. But what you have to understand, all of these incidents are psyops. So they're already controlled. They have already done damage control. They've already taken into consideration how many officers they're probably going to lose, how many people have to going to go down for arrest. All of this is taken into consideration. And then they create the event. I told y'all before, it's called a Hegelian dialect, problem, reaction, solution. Problem, reaction, solution. Create the problem, you get the reaction, then you create the solution for the problem that you created. After the public gives you the reaction, help us, we need help, it's bad. Then you come in, hey, we'll help. But you don't want to start it in the first place. That's what we're dealing with. Now, when you say you're not that type of revolutionary, there's only one type of revolutionary. That's the whole thing. You either are or you aren't. A revolutionary, there's only a couple things concrete. Let me tell you what's concrete about a revolution. It has to happen in order to change the status quo. If you don't like the conditions and the powers that be have shown no signs of changing those conditions, this is the whole reason why any revolution is ever born. So now, the whole thing is this right here. To revolt, that means you're going against something that's happening. So that means the establishment has to be doing something to make the people say, we don't want it anymore. The establishment is being warned repeatedly and not doing anything about it. Then the people take the matter into their own hands and say, we no longer going to take it. So now, here's the thing. That's the concrete thing. It happens out of necessity. Here's another concrete thing. There's going to be violence somewhere. And everybody won't make it out. So if you have a fear of that, don't get in and fold. Just get your ass out of there. And leave it to the people who understand. This ain't always. Sometimes when you get your plane ticket, you can get a round trip ticket. Sometimes you're not sure how long your trip gonna be. So you say, let me just get a one way. That's the revolution game. Ain't no guarantee whether this flight is gonna be round trip or one way. The only thing is guaranteed is I gotta get on the plane. Concrete. Revolutions are born out of necessity. And everybody ain't gonna make it. Revolutions are not about requests. A request is a prerequisite to a revolution. So if you're still at the stage where you're requesting, i.e. signs and picketing, then don't call it a revolution. You're more like a disgruntled worker at this point. You're filing grievances with the corporation, but you're not ready to sever ties with the corporation. You ain't lawsuit ready yet. Once the lawsuit come out and the lawyers come out, you kind of know shit. We on different sides now. Y'all ain't. That's the revolution. You ain't there yet. You still at the marching point. Everybody got to do something. That's fine, if that's what you choose. But that ain't revolution, and it's historically proven that it has not worked. So you look at the civil rights movement and you think marching worked, and that's why you do it. Well, the civil rights movement was completely orchestrated you were allowed to march and do nothing else but get your ass whooped, because that's what was necessary to push for the agenda that they wanted. So if you are part of a revolution, you have already got to the point where you have realized asking is useless. There's no point in asking. They're not willing to give. Let's move forward. That's what revolution is. It's a conscious decision. It's not a sporadic moment where you just lose your cool and then we off burning down buildings and police cars and shit. That's not a real revolution, because that can easily be tamed. Revolution is it's definitely physical, but it starts here. It starts here with a conscious decision of knowing what we just said. This is the point of no return, and it's going to get physical. And we willing to deal with whatever comes as a result of it getting physical, but not before we accomplish something. So when you're a whole body as a revolution, we can make demands and we can make accomplishments. When we got 4 or 5 different sects with different opinions, you can't do nothing but just bump heads. That's not revolution. Have a clear-cut goal, have a clear-cut understanding, and move forward towards it. The reason why that happened to our brother Fred is the same reason why it always happens. Because we got so many different ideologies. And we don't understand our history. If that black man who turned on Fred Hampton understood that anytime you enter a business deal with that white boy, he only does business to win. You and I, we do business and we say, well, shit, if my guy come out good and I come out good, I'm straight. You notice how the white boy always, he put his thought process in the movies. In every movie, when they hit a big lick, the best friend turn on them and take it. You've been hitting licks with your best friend for years. Y'all ain't never thought about doing that shit. Until you've seen it in the movies. And then you know it's a possibility that somebody could look at the other man, say fuck him, and take the whole bag. Bro, we from the hood, my nigga. We get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, cut that bitch in half, and give our homie the other half. Be sad if he don't take it. That's where we come from. Mama give us 4 cookies, we giving him 2. When the fuck do we get to the point where it's $5 million on the table and $2 million ain't good enough for me? I need the whole 5. When we get there, that ain't us. You think it is now because that's how you think now, but that ain't where we come from. The beginning was villages, living off the land, sharing everything. Catch one fish, feed the whole village. I ain't gonna catch one fish and hide it. Fuck it, we all just gonna eat a little piece of fish. That's where you come from. How you get to the other side of this thing? That's the white boy. That's not you. He never enters a business deal unless he plans to dominate. So any deal he ever make, all you got to do is look at his history. Every deal he started out 50-50 in, he now completely controls it. To the point where you look at it now, he don't really have a business partner. Everything you looking at this world is, and then y'all be saying like China. They're not in business with China. They control China. Yeah, they do business together, but they control China. You know how you know? Look at the Christian population in China. If we run the show, why we switch our religion? Why is China down there all half Christian now? That show you who's in charge. Africa, either Muslim or Christian. That's not how it started. It didn't start with either one of them. Y'all confused. You think either one of the religions came from Africa? That's a lie. Neither one of them came from Africa in the sense that they are now. The principles did, but not the shit you're dealing with now. So, this is war in every area. I told y'all, you got 9 areas of existence. They control all of them. politics, education, war, economics, religion, sex, education, law, and labor. That's everything. That's everything. Now you tell me which one of them they don't completely fucking dominate. Not kinda, they dominate all 9 areas of existence on this planet. How you free? And what the fuck is voting gonna do? They dominate all 9 areas of existence and you niggas wanna vote. Hey, when they came into motherfucking Africa, did they sit you niggas down and tell you go on the red side, you go on the blue side? And no, they said nigga get on the boat or die. But now we diplomatic all of a sudden. After we done been savages for thousands of years, all of a sudden we diplomatic. Get the fuck out of here, man. No white boy don't vote on nothing. The European ain't never voted on shit. Any vote he ever did was to buy time. He played for power. He understand. He's not big enough to play second fiddle to anybody. He's a little fella. So the only way he can win is the Wizard of Oz. He got to hide behind the curtain and scare you. That's how he win. And then when you really get a hold of that little fucker, what happened? A little bitty white man come up out of the eye. What do you want? I'm Brad. What the fuck, Brad? It's a $1 billion corporation. It's a midget named Brad running this motherfucker. That's what you're dealing with. He only play for power. That's it. This is War of the Worlds. This was your world. They wanted it. And they have damn near taken it. And as long as you keep screaming fucking conspiracy and letting white folks educate your children, your grandkids' children are going to wake up in slavery. In the next 50 years, if you Negroes don't get it together, we're going to see a repeat of some Kunta Kinte type shit. Only this time it's different because it's digital. And if they get you locked into a digital slavery, it's going to be damn near impossible to get out. Because a physical thing, you can fight your way through and make a change. But once it's digital, I can create so many layers between you and I to where the point where the power is going to be so far removed that the only interaction you can ever have is going to be with something, a cyborg or a computer, something without compassion. So could you imagine pleading your case to your landlord if it's a cyborg? Your landlord now, you can talk up on some shit and work with something. What if your landlord was XJ.37,000? I am here for rent. It does not matter, rent is due. I cannot compute personal problems. Do you have the money or shall we evict you? Eviction will be harsh. We will be prepared. Say one more word, you will leave. I mean, like, that's where you headed. A revolution ain't begging for change. In that movie, the chairman went, he got in, put them boots to the concrete. He got in these people's faces and said, this is what it's going to be and this is what we need to do. If you're not ready to get up and this is what it's going to be and this is what we need to do, then shut your ass up and go watch Roland Martin or some shit. I'm going to refer all you Negroes that lie about revolution, I'm going to refer all y'all to Roland Martin. Now, I've never watched the episode, but I know for a fact that that's the type of shit y'all like. He stutter and lie a lot. Y'all into that shit. He think just like white boys. It's perfect. Listen. Revolution is real and it's physical. And it only comes on the lips of the people when the universe is starting to call for it. Now, physical doesn't always mean grab your gun and shoot. There's a lot of things you can physically do to cripple this system to the point where you won't even need a gun. All you gotta do is physically stop loving the shit out of white folks and physically start loving the shit out of black folks and physically spend your money with black people and physically tell white folks to go to hell when they want some of your money. Unless it's for rent, because otherwise that cyborg gonna come snatch some of you niggas up. Some of you niggas is glad for that robot because y'all ain't paid rent in so goddamn long. 6 robots would have whooped your ass by now. Which, don't get me wrong, I understand. With that being said, all I'm saying is this. When you look at that movie, it could have been any movie. Every time they get you, apparently it seems to be one of your own that do you in. And we think that that means we can't trust each other. No, that means we need to trust each other more. Because then you'll know more. You'll understand the reason why things like that happen because of ignorance. That man who betrayed the chairman, Fred Hampton, he couldn't have possibly knew about how them Greek people invaded us and manipulated the religion and manipulated everything to convince us to hate each other. He couldn't have understood that. He understood racism from his perspective. Good, bad, black, and white. This is deeper than that. This is about removing you from the planet. Now, when you put it in that perspective, I can't afford not to partner with black folks. They don't want to just lock you up because you black. They don't just hate you because you a nigga. They don't want to just kill you. No. They want to take every nigga except for about enough of y'all that they can live off of. The rest they want dead. So if we can get the world down to about 500,000 niggas right now, that's what they want. Get y'all down to about 200,000 niggas. White folks will be the dancingest motherfuckers you'd have never seen. This is the plan. Not to hate you, to remove you from the planet because it's your planet. And unless they enslave you and remove most of you, they will never accomplish their goal, and they understand that. They've tried everything, even blocking out the sun. And you niggas get stronger. They said, goddamn, well, y'all said the sun was their strength. They've been blocking out the sun for the last 10 years. Niggas still running faster than a motherfucker. White folks is confused. You niggas got white folks scratching their head like, shit, we took these niggas' sun away. We made everybody go bald like Jadakiss for a couple years. These niggas, they don't know what to do with you niggas. You niggas bald-headed with no sun and strong than a motherfucker. Still dunked 6 basketballs at once. They don't know what the fuck to do. One nigga jumped over a motherfucking SUV and dunked the ball. He was a mixed nigga. Oh, God, white folks was confused as fuck after that. What's that boy that is dunking over them basketball cars and shit? Hey, this is war. We have to meet the people where they are to take them where we want them to go. I used to believe that. If we meet some of these niggas where they at, we gonna end up in the back of somebody's projects playing basketball on a crate. And I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with that. I did it for a lot of years. But these old ass knees ain't dunking on no crates, my nigga. I'm gonna tell you that now. And another thing about them crates. It depends. See, I'm from Chicago. It's the windy city. You gotta damn near shoot that motherfucker to the right and let the wind take it into the crate. It ain't just like, you ain't just shooting no swishes with the crate. It's a little different. Black folk gotta want it and get on board. We shouldn't have to keep making amenities and none of those go back and pick people up and that shit. This is war. They shooting. I keep going back to pick niggas up. One of them times I'm gonna get shot. I might pick the first 2 niggas up because I'm quick. The 3rd or 4th nigga I go to pick up, I'm gonna get shot. And then what y'all gonna say? Oh, he was so heroic. He died because he went back for some more niggas. I don't think that's heroic. I think that's dangerous and very unnecessary. I think we should teach the other niggas to run faster. I think that's what the meeting should be about. The meeting should be about, last meeting, you niggas almost got shot. Next time it go down, I swear to God, I'm not going to have nobody turn around for you. So you need to do some crutches this week. I mean, we got to switch the strategy up. That's what it is. Fuck doing the same shit that ain't working. I'm fat and old. I ain't finna keep jogging backwards with a bad knee to get niggas. And then after they shoot me in my motherfucking locks, y'all gonna put my picture on the t-shirt and say the general was real. I don't want no fuck. I'm telling you now, if they kill me and you put me on a t-shirt, I'm gonna hunt the shit out you. I don't want to be on no t-shirt. If you ain't gonna spray paint my face on the house of the officer that did it, don't put my face no motherfucking where. I better look from the afterlife and see one of you niggas with big ass cans of spray paint at the governor's mansion. Put my face on that bitch. That's how you ride for me. I don't want no funeral. You take all that funeral money and buy spray paint. Take every quarter y'all gonna spend on my funeral and buy nothing but paint. All the t-shirt money, just paint and ladders and smarts. That's all you do. You look at that nigga itinerary, you find out when he going on his next trip. When he come back, my motherfucking face should be right on the side of the governor's mansion. Black power, goddammit. That's all I'm in it for. I said that when I was young. No. But revolution is real. And what happened to that brother Fred could have happened to anybody. But the sick part about it was he was hunted down by the people that you trust. And if the police can hunt a man down like that, and then they sued for $47 million and was awarded $1.8 million, do you see how the fuck they feel about you? $1.8 million for one of the greatest to ever motivate the people. They killed that man at the age of 21. And they got the nerve to make a fucking movie about it. Who you think the director of that was? You see where this thing is at? What makes them feel so confident that after they murder your heroes in cold blood, and every time it's the police and the FBI and the CIA that do it, every single time it's the government that murder one of your heroes. What makes them so confident that they can put out a movie about how they murdered your hero, and the only thing you gonna do is pay to go see it? That says something about you. That says something about you. Knowledge is the only real power. Information is the only real currency. I love y'all. I'm gone.